I don't know about you, but let me tell you about me. You see, every morning before my feet hit the ground, I find something to be grateful for. When I wake up on a morning like this, a morning as beautiful as this, it doesn't matter whether it's raining or not, but let us focus on this morning, this moment. When I wake up on a morning like this, when I have been given the opportunity to get up on a day like this, I cannot allow this day to go by without I find something, even if it's just one thing, to be grateful for. You might wonder, why am I so stuck on being grateful? Because I'm sure you heard me talk about this before. You see, there was something that happened in my life. And that one thing, it changes my life forever. Think about it. I was driving from South Carolina going to Savannah, Georgia. Just picked up a truck because I wanted to upgrade my truck. I wanted a newer truck, a different model. Tire blew out. Truck pulled to the left. Before it run into those trees, before it hit those trees, the truck was already on fire with me in the truck. Can't get out. Before I get into the full story, hear this. You might be thinking, I don't have anything to be thankful for. Look at the world. Look at my day. Look at where I live. Look at my background. Look at the family that I have. Look at the things that I have. But have you stopped? Or if you just stop for a moment, take a breather. Think about the water that you washed up with this morning. Isn't that something to be thankful for? Think about the bed that you slept in last night. Isn't that something to be thankful for? Think about your mind. You have your right mind where you are clothing yourself. Isn't that something to be thankful for? Isn't that something? You have a family, people that loves you. Isn't that something to be thankful for? You see, that day, I did not know that this was going to happen. I signed a paper, do the necessary check, the things that I need to check to be sure that everything is working right, because I still had a load to deliver that day in Savannah, Georgia. And after I signed the paper and on my way, I was thinking the other things that I need to check, make sure that I'm familiarized with the windshield wiper switch, the radio, and all these different things. Those can come after. While I was on my way to Savannah, the left tire blew out. Truck pulled to the left, heading to the trees. Even before it hit those trees, the truck was already on fire. Smoke is coming into the cab. Thick black smoke. Can't see anything. Coughing. Try to catch my breath. Hit the trees and stop. Now I got off the seat, and I'm trying to find a way out of this burning truck. The floor is melting. I'm walking back and forth from one side to the other to find that door handle to get out. Can't find it because I can't see the smoke that is coming in. I'm coughing, try to hold my breath as long as I can to find that handle. Here I am. After searching and feeling for a few minutes, I stand up in the truck. I said, my life flashed before my eyes. Seeing my wife, my kids, and just seeing the image of them, identifying my body burned up in that truck. And I cried out and I said, no, no, no. I said, Lord, no, I cannot die like this. I cannot die like this, allowing my wife and my family to come to identify my body, stand up, burned up in the truck. I cannot allow them to see that. The devastation of that, the image of that, it wouldn't be pretty. So I say, I can't die like this. It reminds me of this man in the Bible, Hezekiah, who was told to get his house in order because it is time for him to make his transition. And he cried, he turned his face to the wall, and he prayed and he asked God. He reminded God of the things that he had done. Long story short, God has extended his life. You see, we as men, head of household, a lot of us, we are told a man shouldn't cry. You to be strong, you got to show Those emotions, you got to hold them on the inside, tuck them away on the inside. And some of us, we suppress those emotions so much that it doesn't come out in that release of freedom, but it comes out in anger, where now we are hurting someone else. After hurting ourselves, we're hurting someone else. I had to put pride aside. Well, pride wasn't even there. I had to cry out because that's all I had at that moment. Lord, no, 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 I can't die like this, like Hezekiah. I know I had things to do in this world. I know I have a mission. I know I have a vision. But just that one incident makes me appreciate life more, just to wake up in the morning. It reminds me that I am still here with a purpose. The reason why I'm still here is to conclude the vision and the mission that was given to me. And I believe mine, part of it, is to work with men, head of households. Yes, I will work with anyone to help them to transform their life by renew their mind. But I believe that head of household can make such a big impact in their family that it will help to keep our kids off the street. It will help to plant a seed into their life that will help them to grow, help to mold them into that leader that they are expect to be in this world. You see, I believe, as the Bible said, God has given us our children as gifts. And so many times we forget that. We forget our purpose. For most of us, it's hustle and bustle, running out, running in, work, coming home tired, locked in for the whole weekend, go back out tired, come back doing the same routine over and over again, and don't understand why they're getting the same results. When I got out of that truck, that burning truck, well, before I got out that truck, I went back over to the passenger side again. No, the driver's side, because I was over here. I went back over to the driver's side and I felt that window again. Because the first time when I felt that window, it was still rolled up. It was still up. And when I touched it again, this time it's like the window was broken. And I went out of that window head first. And when I land on the ground, I crawl on my knees and I get away into a safe place where I sit on the ground. I sat there and I remember it very clearly. The blood was running down my eye and I wasn't crying. All I was saying is like, thank you, Lord. Thank you. Thank you. And that's why I am so big and grateful. Being grateful. Gratitude is it's like my coffee in the morning. Before my feet hit the ground, I begin to find something to be grateful for. Even the air that I breathe, every breath that I take, even to a bed that I have to lay in. I lie in that bed that night, I lay there and I sleep comfortably. Even that is something for me to be grateful for. So I find that place to sat on the ground. I was sitting on the ground. Yes. And I began to say, thank you. Thank you. This stranger, this man, he stopped. I don't know this man, but he stopped. He's the one who called the authority because my phone, everything was in that truck except for the wallet that I had in my pocket. I always keep my wallet in my pocket. And he called the authorities. And I remember holding his hand. I was ashamed. I'm not ashamed to say I was holding his hand as a man because in that, my time of despair, I don't care I was just looking for some comfort. And he called them and he stayed there. And when the first responder came, he left. I don't know who he is. I don't know if he was my guardian angel. I don't know. I've never seen the man again. But I remember the first responder was a police officer. It was a lady. And she stayed with me until the ambulance came. And she even drove to the hospital and stayed with me until my boss came because he was living in Savannah at that moment. And my wife, my whole family was in Georgia. It was in Atlanta area. Yes. So the next day, well, a matter of fact, the first responder is the one who notified my wife and she came down. There is so much that I have gleaned from that whole incident. Life, it's a gift. And we're supposed to live that life. As Jesus said, I came that you may have life and have it more abundantly. It's a gift that has been given to us. Why are we getting up in the morning? Go out, like it says, whatever you find your hands to do, whatever you work it as if you're working it unto the Lord. Work it as if you're doing it unto God. You're doing it unto man, but because God loved man so much, He put us, each other, in each other's life to be a blessing because He wants us to have the best. Do it with joy. Why are we going out there? Even the job. We find no joy in our job because we allow other people's action to influence us to the point that our reaction is from a place of disagreement, or I should say dissatisfaction, anger, all this because we allow someone else's opinion to make us to react a certain way. If someone cuts you off in traffic, does that give you the right? Or are you going to allow that to make you go through the rest of your day angry and bring that home where you on this journey, because every day it's like a journey. You didn't even have time to stop and smell the roses, to enjoy the beautiful sight that you're seeing because you're still angry. Coming home with the cares of the world on your shoulder where you are now so tired to the point that you're going out and you are doing the same thing the next day. Same thing the next day, to the point that now when you get to the weekend, those 2 days that you have off that you should have been chilling and relaxing and doing some things that you enjoy, you're so tired that you just lock yourself in, talking about you tired and you want to rest. You don't want to go any place or do anything with your family and getting ready for work again on the Monday morning and going back out the same way, tired again and repeating the same thing all over again, same thing all over again. Is that life? Is that life? That's not the way we're supposed to live life. Life is a gift, like it said, rejoicing again. Every day we get up, we're supposed to be able to find something that can encourage us to find that balance in life where we are going out and we are enjoying life. We are going out and we are enjoying work because you think about the things that you're doing for others, how it makes you feel. When you go out, it makes you feel good to be able to give. But when we coming home, because we are allow ourselves to be conformed to the world and the world system, coming home with all that tiredness, have your kids at home, you don't have time to spend with them. You don't have time to do and to go any place because you're trying to replenish, you're trying to refresh and revive. But yet we start from the outside instead of working from the inside, because it is your mind as a man think he becomes. If he begin to see himself the way the creator sees him, he will begin to let go of all those negativity. Don't allow anyone's opinion to drive the way you live your life. And you will find that peace. You will find that place where you're coming home, you are not tired. Even in the middle of the week, you still find yourself doing things at home because you are letting go of the cares of the world. You let go of those things. You are not carrying that weight. You find a balance to enjoy life. Some might argue and say, well, I gotta, we gotta take care of our family, man. Man gotta hustle, man gotta grind, man gotta bustle. If you don't go, you don't get. You won't be able to feed your family and send your kids to school and all that kind of stuff. Check this out. What good would you be to your family if you are no good to yourself? How is your health? How is your mindset? Like they said, if there's a turbulence on a plane and the mask comes down, put the mask on yourself first so that you can help those around you. You cannot pour from an empty cup. You cannot pour from an empty cup. You have to have something to give. If you are no good to yourself, mentally, physically, spiritually, how can you give to your family? It all started within. But if you're trying to fix the outside before you start on the inside, it will never work. You'll find yourself repeating the same thing over and over again. Go to work, come home tired, wake up tired, go back to work, come home tired. You'll find yourself repeating the same thing. What fire are you in? What burning truck are you in that you're trying to get out of? It could be a financial situation. It could be a health thing. It could be a habit thing that you're trying to break a habit so that you can be more healthier. What fire are you sitting in right now that you're trying to get out of? And when you get out of it, how far are you going to go from it? Are you going to go back to it? You see, when I get out of that truck, guess what? I moved to a safe place. I move away from it and I watched it from a distance burn, explode because I said I make a decision. I'm not going to die like that. You see, I'm not going to continue to live my life like that, allowing the cares of the world and other people's opinion to make me react to life a certain way and find myself tired, unproductive, missing out on so much things in my life and in my family life where I come home and I cannot even sit down to play a game with my kids. I've been there before. I've been there before. I'm telling you something, what I know. And as a head of household, we want the best for our family. But guess what? We still have to find that balance because if you're no good to yourself, you can't be good to your family. So many times we allow the world to shape us, to tell us who we are instead of looking to God, the creator, the source of life, to tell us who we are, to be aware, that awakening to who we are, our true self, and stop allowing the world to tell you, man, not supposed to cry. You bottle up that emotion so much that it comes out in anger, and sometimes it comes out at the wrong time and at the wrong place, at your home where they did not do anything to you. This thing changes my life. And that's why every time when I get up in the morning before my feet hit the ground, I'm finding something to be grateful for. When you are grateful over the little things, guess what? More come into your life to be grateful for. You attract more. You attract more. Like they said, like attract likes. You attract more into your life. As head of household, man, I know you want to do a great job, but you have to be aware that you cannot pour from an empty cup. Find a balance in life. You still can pursue your goals and your dreams in life without ignoring your family. You still can do a good job at work without ignoring yourself, without being lost in the job. You still can perform and still be productive in life, in your community. Come home and live that happy life with your family without allowing what someone has done out there in the traffic, opinion, they're posted to affect you to the point that now you are producing those seed because you allow the seed of negativity to grow into your life. And it's like an eye versus an eye, or an eye for an eye. You are producing the same fruit that they are producing. It doesn't have to be that way. Gratitude. Be thankful for where you at in life, knowing that this is not where you're going to stay. Be thankful because you have life. And because you have life, opportunity will present itself to you and you can take those opportunities and go to a next level. So find something in life that you can be grateful for. Find something. Look, think hard. Even if you have to write it down, even if it's just one thing, you can get up, you can clothe yourself, you can make your cup of tea, you can help someone, you can make a phone call. There is so much in life that you can be grateful for that will bring more into your life, increase into your life, where you can be productive, where you can be loving, you can be kind, you can be the man that God created you to be. Brothers, it is up to you. One thing I can tell you though, when you renew your mind, it will change the way you live. A renewed mind will change your lifestyle. It takes me seeing things different now to the point that I am doing what I know I should be doing in the first place. Enjoy life. Enjoy the journey. Stop and smell the roses. Find a balance in life because you don't know. Like me, that day I did not know that could have been my last time. But here I am today, speaking to you live and direct because I believe my mission is to complete the assignment that was given to me. And is that to plant a seed in the head of every household that I can, that will not just impact that man, but impact the whole family. Because I don't want to see our kids out there in the street searching for love in all the wrong places, being abused because they think that this is the way love should be. Start at home. Start with yourself. The more you give to yourself, the more you can give to your family. The more you give to yourself, it's not selfish. The more you give to yourself, the more you can give to your family. You cannot pour from an empty cup. The stronger you are, the more you can help. They said two is better than one. Why? If one fall, the other one can help the other one up. What are you doing with your life? Are you willing to transform your life? To renew your life so that you can live this beautiful life? If so, go over to at Nelson Robinson Senior, HOH. Check out all our video there and go over to at NelsonRobinsonSenior.com. I have a free bundle there that I want you to download that can help you. It will help you to get the ball rolling and renewing your mind so that your life can be transformed and you can live this abundant life mentally, physically, spiritually, and financially. You will find a balance in life to enjoy this life while you're here and not wait until something happens to live a life of regret, wishing that you should have. Start now, start today. Hey, and drop me a line. Drop me a line. I'm putting my email right on the screen there so that you can check us out. Drop me a line and let me know how you're doing. And if these videos mean something to you, go ahead and share it with someone else. Share it with someone. It would be a blessing to them. Love you guys. Peace until next time. And we out.